Storytime with Herbal Roots zine. I'm Kristine Brown, and today I'm going to read to you a story I wrote for my zine, Herbal Roots zine, from issue number 4, Diggin' Dandelion. Did you know that this often cursed plant is one of the most nutritious plants on earth? 1 cup of dandelion leaves contains about 1.5 times the recommended USD daily requirements for vitamin A alone. This amazing plant also contains vitamin C, E, P, D, and many of the B vitamins, as well as iron, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and zinc. It's like taking a multivitamin every time you eat a salad full of dandelion greens. All parts of dandelion are medicinal, and all parts are edible, except for the stem of the flower, which contains a latex-like substance. The roots can be roasted and ground to make a delicious coffee substitute, and the flowers can be dipped in batter to make dandelion fritters. The leaves can be a bit bitter, but are often added to salads. They can also be dried and sprinkled onto foods as a nutritional booster. Medicinally, dandelion has too many offerings to list here today, but as a diuretic, the leaf is often used to help lower blood pressure, and the root has an affinity for our liver and helps to support the liver, and it stimulates digestion by increasing the flow of bile. And that's just a few of the many, many things we can use dandelion for. Today's story is Jagged Leaf's Journey. Once there lived a plant. He was a small plant with jagged green leaves. Other plants were afraid of the jagged leaves, fearing they would cut the other plants down. The other plants started growing taller and bigger, trying to get away from the jagged tooth plant. This made the little plant very sad. He could not see the sun's light anymore, and slowly he started to wither away. One day, Mother Earth heard Jagged Leaf crying and asked him what was wrong. He explained that he couldn't see the brilliant sunlight anymore, and he couldn't grow because the other plants feared his jagged leaves and grew above and around him, avoiding him as much as possible. Mother Earth decided to give this plant a bit of sunshine. She endowed him with brilliant yellow flowers, as golden as the sunlight on a hot summer's day. Jagged Leaf was thrilled. Soon, he noticed the bees started to seek him out for the nectar of the brilliant yellow flowers. While this made him happy, it made the other plants mad. Not only did this plant have scary leaves, but he was also getting all the attention from the bees. They vowed to grow thicker over him and try to chase the bees away. Again, Mother Earth discovered Jagged Leaf very sad and lonely. When asked, Jagged Leaf explained his plight to her. He could not grow and raise a family because of the other plants' fear and jealousy. He was all alone and was afraid he'd be the last of his kind. Mother Earth thought for a moment and then patted Jagged Leaf on his brilliant yellow flower heads. At her touch, the flowers started to close up and changed their appearance. When they opened, they contained hundreds of seeds with tiny parachutes attached. The seeds unattached themselves from the plant and soared into the air, flying up past the other plants and off to distant lands. At last, Jagged Leaf would have a family. A year went by, and one day, Mother Earth was checking on her children. She saw several of Jagged Leaf's offspring and smiled happily, knowing Jagged Leaf would at last feel loved and happy. So when she came upon him and found him sad, she was very surprised. She asked him why he was sad, and he told her how grateful he was for the gift of the sun and the gift of his offspring, but he never got to see them for they journeyed so far away. He still felt completely useless and alone. Mother Earth thought for a while and decided to give him one final gift. She filled his leaves full of vitamins and minerals so that when the animals and humans ate his leaves, they'd stay vibrant and healthy. And to this day, jagged leaf remains one of the most nutritious plants on earth, giving those who eat his leaves lots of vibrant health with his multitude of vitamins and minerals. Have you eaten a dandelion leaf today? I hope you enjoyed today's story about dandelion. And if you would like to learn more, you can find the Dandelion ebook in my shop. I'll put the link in the description below. It's also a part of my year-long course, New to Herbs, which features 13 herbs over the course of a year. It's a fun way to learn about the medicinal uses of herbs. Thanks for visiting Herbal Roots zine for Storytime, and I'll see you next time.